Welcome to Jyoti online classes. I am Lavanya. Today we will discuss about the science chapter number 4 of class 7. Okay. So student, our name of the chapter is heat. Okay. So this is a very popular word including you also. You have feel a large number of things around you. Our skin is a sense organ that feel us, okay, and about the warmth or coldness, okay. So if you touch a cup of tea, then you feel warm, okay, and if you touch a ice cream cake, okay, then you feel cool, okay. So this type of sensation can be feel by skin, that is which one is hotter and which one is colder. We cannot always measure the hotness or coldness of a body by touching, nor be possible. Okay. So now after some time we will discuss about what is the measurement that will be used for the measuring the hotness or coldness of a body. Okay. So let's start discussion of heat. Okay. So what is the heat? Heat is a form of energy. Students, there are various forms of energy: wind energy, solar energy, hydroelectric energy, electric energy, magnetic energy. There are lots of energy out of that. Heat is also a one type of energy that feels us the sensation of warm. Okay. Also, it is a property that decide the difference between hotness or coldness. Okay. So whenever we provide heat to a body, then it becomes warm. Okay. For example, if you place a bowl of water on a heater, then it becomes heat and it becomes warm. Okay. So and whenever we withdraw or we take away the body, we take away the heat from the body, then it becomes cold. Okay. Whenever you place a bottle of water in between the refrigerator, then it becomes cold water. So when we place the water bottle in between the fridge, then it withdraw, it take away the heat from that object, so it becomes cold. Okay. So heat and property, whenever we provide heat to anybody, then it becomes warm, and we take away heat from that body, then it becomes cold. So if we give a cup of milk and a warm cup of milk and a warm cup of tea, and I say that which one is how much hot those one. Okay, I ask how much hot those one. Okay, how can you measure that? You will present in which type of unit and what are the answer. Okay, so for the measuring of temperature, for the measurement of hotness or coldness, we invent a scale. That scale is called your temperature. Okay, you have listened that doctor will, when you feel ill or sick, the doctor check of you and say your temperature is this one. And when you listen the news bulletin or the weather forecasting, then the news anchor say that today temperature is this much degree Celsius, this much degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so this temperature is also popular word. So what is the meaning of temperature? Okay, so the degree of hotness or coldness is measured by temperature. Okay, so temperature is a scale in which we measure. Okay, we measure the body or the things, that is how much hotness is this or how much coldness is this. Okay, so temperature is a measurement scale that has the degree that measure the degree of hotness or coldness. After that, let's discuss the various unit of temperature. What is a unit? Okay, suppose you have let's discuss about the unit of length. Okay, what are the unit of length? That is your centimeter, meter, feet, gauge, kilometer. These are the unit of length. Whenever we discuss about the the unit of weight. Okay, so that means gram, kilogram, ton, quintal. So these are the unit of mass or weight. Okay, so similarly, the unit of temperature is just like degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Okay, so these are the three units of temperature. Degree Celsius is also noted as the degree symbol and a capital C. This is called your degree Celsius. Suppose I have written that 5 degree Celsius. Okay, this can be written as 5 degree Celsius. Okay, so here is degree Fahrenheit. Okay, degree Fahrenheit. It is also a degree symbol and capital F. This is called your degree Fahrenheit. Okay, after that Kelvin. Kelvin is only noted as capital K. No degree symbol is associated with K. Okay, so these are three units of temperature: degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Another one type of unit of are also there, that is your Reaumur. Okay, Reaumur is also one type of unit of temperature that are also used for measuring temperature. Okay, so Reaumur we cannot discuss it. We only discuss about these three scale of these three units of temperature. Okay, so this is very important for that is what degree Celsius by 5 equal to F minus degree Fahrenheit minus 32 by 9 equal to K minus 273 by 5. Okay, this formula help us to convert a measurement that is in degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, so that may be converted into Kelvin. Okay, so this is a conversion. Suppose someone measured that there is a 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the measurement of Celsius scale is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if he asks me to convert it into Kelvin, okay, so we learn about the conversion of degree Celsius to Kelvin. Okay, so how can we convert a measurement that is in degree Celsius and how we convert that into a Kelvin scale? Okay, so let's discuss here the value of centigrade scale that is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here the formula we further this one, that is C by 5 is equal to A minus 273 by 5. The formula is degree Celsius by 5 equal to K minus 273 by 5. Okay, so in both denominator 5 is self, so I cancel out both these one, and degree Celsius equal to K minus 273. Okay, so now put the value of C. Okay, degree Celsius that is 30 degree Celsius equal to K minus 270. Okay, or मैं एक्शन बोल दूँ K minus 273 equal to 30 degree. Okay, this one is done. I was the action both one. I can take it into right side or take it into left side. Okay. So here minus 273 this side negative side. When we move it in other side or right hand side, then it will become positive. So like that K equal to 30. Remove this one. 30 minus 270. The minus become positive. Okay. So here the value of K equal to 300. So here we convert here the formula that degree Celsius by 5 equal to K minus 270 by 5. You have written the formula. Okay. In both the case, the denominator is 5, so I cancel out both one and we get degree Celsius equal to K minus 273. Okay. So now I have opened. I got easier way to solve this. So I can K1 is 273 into left side and take the 30 degree Celsius into right side. Okay. Simply here the left side minus 273 is there. When I take it into the right side, then the minus sign becomes the positive one. So K is equal to 30 degree plus 273 degree Celsius. Okay. By adding both one, we get the value of K is 303 degrees Celsius. So here we got the answer. Okay. So value of 30 degrees Celsius that can be converted into Kelvin, that becomes 303. Okay. Student, this is the value of 30 degrees Celsius. When we convert the 30 degrees Celsius, that is measured in Celsius scale, when we convert it into Kelvin scale, then its temperature become, or the value of 30 degrees Celsius become 303 Kelvin. Okay. So whenever we want to convert the Celsius into Fahrenheit, okay. Suppose if I again convert this 30 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit. So again we do that. The formula is C15 equal to F minus 32 by 9. So now put the value of C, that is 30 by 5 equal to F minus 32 by. Okay. So now take the cross multiplication. Okay. So 30 into 9 equal to 5 into 2 F minus 30. Okay. So here 30 into 9 become 270. Okay. Equal to 5 into F minus 30. Again I take it into left side, that is 270 by 5 equal to F minus 30. That becomes 5 5 is 25, 25 is 20. Okay. So that is plus your F minus 32 is equal to 50. And change it, plus F is equal to 54 plus 32, that becomes 6 and 26 degrees. Okay. So when you convert 30 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit scale, the result is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So by using this formula, you can easily convert the value of one scale into the value of another scale. Okay. So remember this formula and we follow the process of conversion, and you can easily convert the value of one scale into the other scale. Okay. So student, we know that the measurement of temperature can be done, the degree of hotness or coldness of your body can be measured using your, that is a scale, that is your temperature. Okay. So there are some machine or such machinery scale that is used to measure the temperature, that is called your thermometer. Okay. So student, thermometer is a device that used to measure the temperature of a body. Okay. So those thermometer are also in different types. So those thermometers which are used in hospital or clinic to measure the temperature of human body are called clinical thermometer. Okay. So what is a clinical thermometer? Clinical thermometer are the device which are used in clinic to measure the temperature of human body are called clinical temperature. Clinical thermometer. Okay. So the word thermometer which is derived from a Greek word. Okay. The word thermometer which is derived from a Greek word, that is made of two words, that is one is thermo and another one is meter. Okay. So the meaning of warm. Okay. So and the meaning of meter that is to measure. Okay. So according to Greek language, the meaning of thermometer is it is device which is used to measure the warmth. Okay. So let's discuss about the clinical thermometer. So you have seen student, you have seen that what are the shape and size of the clinical thermometer. Okay. So the clinical thermometer is like a small and narrow rod set in their front. A very small bulb is connected there. Inside the bulb, a liquid is present in there. The liquid is called your mercury. Okay, mercury, that is well in silver color, that is filled inside the bulb. Okay, small bulb, mercury is filled in there. After that, inside the thermometer, a small, very thin tube is there. That small thin tube is called your capillary tube. Okay. After that, after starting the capillary tube from the bulb, a small kink is there. Okay. Small bulging set that is called your kink. Okay. So small kink is there. And the range of the human body temperature, and the range of the clinical thermometer that is going from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay. So why the range of the clinical thermometer has been set between this? Because our human body's normal temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay. And when we feel sick or when our body condition is changes, then it must vary from 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Okay. Or maybe 3 to 4 degrees Celsius, and not vary from that. Only it can vary, it can be low for 3 to 4 degrees, or it can be increased from 2 to 3 degrees. Okay. So the limit of the range of the clinical thermometer is said that it can be range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay. Inside there are variety kind of clinical thermometer that in some thermometer it is scale that in between the 2 degree in between the 1 degree Celsius difference there are 10 small segments. Okay. If there are 10 small segments, then each segment is called as 0.1 degree Celsius. Okay. And if there are some thermometer that the difference between the segment between 1 degree Celsius, that is there are 5 small segments. Okay. Then one small segment is called 0.2 degrees Celsius. In this way, we can take the measurement of the clinical thermometer. Okay. So what happens and how will the clinical thermometer works? Okay. So if you want to measure the body temperature of your body, then you can place the clinical thermometer inside of your tongue and in the behind of your hand. Okay. You will place here, or you may also place inside of your tongue. Okay. So the bulb part is placed inside that. Okay. And before you placing the thermometer inside your tongue or inside your hand, you must have to clean it with water that will be mixed with antiseptic. After that, you have give 2 to 3 jar. So when we jar it, then by mistake when the mercury is move upward, then it will be fall back to its original position. And place that after doing that, place the thermometer inside your tongue or inside your hand and keep that at for 2 minutes. Okay. You have left that for 2 minutes. After that, after 2 minutes, remove it and read if the mercury raise up to here, then the segment is 38 degrees. Okay. So the reading of the clinical thermometer is 38 degrees. In this way, you can measure the temperature of your body using the clinical thermometer. So that we learn mercury. Okay, so there is a question that why we use mercury and what are the advantages of using mercury inside a clinical lab. Okay, so student, mercury is a non-metal. Okay, you know about the metal and non-metal. Okay, so mercury is a non-metal, like a single non-metal which is present in liquid state at normal temperature. Okay, so after that, mercury is a very good conductor of heat. Okay, it can be easily conduct heat. Okay, after that, it does not stick with the surface of the wall. Okay, so whenever we place inside the body, then it will move. Okay, and after that, when it falls, it does not stick with the surface of the glass. So as a result, we have a exact and correct measurement. Okay, we can do a correct measurement by using this liquid. Okay, after that, it has a boiling point of 375 degrees Celsius and freezing point of -39 degrees Celsius. Note student, the amount of the result of your temperature that may be positive, or the value of temperature that may be positive or that may be also negative. Okay, so what is the boiling point? Suppose you have the boiling point is the temperature at where liquid start to convert into gases, and freezing point is the temperature at where a liquid start to convert into solid. Okay, so take the example of water. Okay, whenever we place the water in a heater for a longer time, then such a time will come that the water start to move and convert into vapor, and then after some time that way it becomes gases. Okay, so at that temperature, when water start to evaporate, that temperature is called your boiling point of water, and the boiling point of water will be your 100 degrees Celsius. And after that, what is freezing point? When we freeze or place the water inside a refrigerator, then at some time the water will be converted into ice. Okay, so when water converted into ice, that temperature is called the freezing point of the water. Okay, so what is the freezing point of the water? That is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the boiling point of water and the freezing point of water also a main thing to design the various scale, that may be Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, or your Kelvin scale. Okay, so the boiling point of the water that is 100 degrees, but the boiling point of your mercury is 375 degrees. It is a very high boiling point and a very low boiling point. That is 0 degree. The water, the freezing point of water, that is 0 degrees Celsius. But in case of mercury, the freezing point of mercury is -39 degrees Celsius. Okay, so due to this property, it is a high boiling point and very low freezing point. So okay, so by the help of this property, we can easily measure a wide range of measurement. We can measure a wide range of measurement. So the mercury is used in the clinical field. After that, it has a very shiny silver color, so it can be easily observed by our eye. So due to all this property, mercury is used in the clinical field. Okay, so I forget to discuss about the uses of tube. Okay, so whenever the thermometer placed inside our tub, then the bulb have a very thin layer of glass, so it easily capture the heat and move. Okay, move forward. Okay, when we withdraw it from our tub, then it cannot suddenly follow it. Okay, due to the presence of this skin opposed to the fall of the mercury by downward. Okay, so with the help of this, the temperature of the movement of the mercury is fixed whenever we cannot jerk. Okay, when we jerk it, then the mercury followed by its burn. Okay. thermometer, it means such a advanced types of meter. Okay, so whenever we can compare with the digital thermometer and the clinical thermometer. The clinical thermometer is made of glass, so it has a dangerous whenever we observe it. Unfortunately, when the thermometer falls from our hand and it has a chances to break. But in case of digital thermometer, it is made of plastic and it is very strong one, so there is no chance to easily broke the digital thermometer. So it is a very safety. And another one, in case of your clinical thermometer, we use a liquid that is called mercury, and mercury is a very poisonous substance. Whenever the thermometer breaks down and the mercury found on our body, then it was harmful. But in case of digital thermometer, there is no uses of any chemical substances. Okay, so it has no danger. Okay, and it provides accurate and exact temperature measurement. So as compared to chemical thermometer, the digital thermometer is the more advanced, more safety and more secure and more reliable device to measure the temperature. Okay, so after that, let's discuss about laboratory thermometer. Okay, so name suggests that the laboratory thermometer. Okay, you can easily imagine that this type of thermometer where we use it. Okay, so the thermometer those are used in chemical laboratory that are called your laboratory thermometer. Okay, so in case of your clinical thermometer, the range 35 degrees Celsius, 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. It is very small range. Okay, but in case of laboratory temperature, the range is from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if the range of the laboratory temperature is higher, so the size of the laboratory thermometer is also higher as compared to clinical, or the size of the laboratory thermometer is bigger as compared to the clinical thermometer. Okay, so the construction of the both the thermometer are same. There is one difference, that is the clinical thermometer is very short and short range thermometer, but the laboratory thermometer is a very large in figure. Also, it is a very large scale to it offer a very large scale to measure the temperature. Okay, so let's discuss the various practices or the various steps we have to take care during the measurement of the thermometer. Okay, so now discuss what are the steps we must have to follow during the measurement of or during the use of laboratory thermometer. Okay, so when we have to measure, suppose this is a container and there is some liquid inside it, and even we want to measure the temperature of this liquid. Okay, so we must have to place the thermometer just like that. It must be vertically downward. Okay, so we place the thermometer vertically downward during the reading. This is the first step you must have to follow. Okay, next one is, okay, suppose this is the bulb part, or that is like the lower part of the thermometer. The bulb part of the thermometer is placed in contact with those substances we want to measure the temperature. Okay, it does not place with the container, or it should not be placed at the bottom of the container. It must be fit or touch with the surface of the liquid. Okay, so after that, when we during the immersion, okay, so the reading that we taken, that must be taken during the immersion, when the thermometer is dipped inside the liquid. At that time, we have to read the write the measurement of the thermometer. Okay, so in this video lesson, I will discuss, or I will teach you about the heat and how we measure the heat, and what are the different kinds of thermometers there, how thermometers are constructed, and what are the equipment are there inside the thermometer, and how we take the reading of the by the using of thermometer. All these types of discussion are there, and I hope you fully enjoy the video. Okay, thank you so much.